classes build self-confidence? If so, I'm here to answer that right now. Alright? The location of Ichiban Karate School was originally from Japan, which was on the smallest island, which is called Okinawa. Right now, the reason why I went to karate class is because I've always asked my mom to go to karate in kindergarten, and then she took me in 2nd grade. This is around the middle of like the year I was in. And as a white belt, I had the experience of understanding a little bit, but I didn't really have much of it until I got more into it. I was kind of like a shy children. I thought like to myself, well, I'm new, they're not going to want me in. But that's not always the possibilities are endless until I found out it really was something I wanted. It takes discipline, it takes practice, it takes a little bit of believing in yourself, self-confidence. And then right here, what I have here today is a belt. My belt right here is a brown belt. The reason why I have a black stripe is because I came from the Little Dragons. When you're in the Little Dragons, you're probably about the age of 6 to 7 around. So this is why because I got my black belt on Little Dragons. Now the brown belt I have right here in the stripe in the middle, as you can see here, is from the junior class. Because I leveled up in rank as I went on. So when you turn 8 years old, you go into the junior class. And then I'm going to show you how to put it on. First, you're going to put it around your waist. You're going to take the 2 sides of the belt. You're going to come here, and you're going to try and make a knot. You take the upper lower of this, put it through the other side of this, and then you're going to wrap around here, and then as you know, I'm going to tighten it so it stays in. Now when you get new belts, you probably want to tighten up a little bit more because they fall off. On this right here, I would like to explain this a little bit. This is from at least 4th grade, I think, and I earned this from a marathon. We do this every year, or I think so. This is supposed to be helping research hospitals for the fight for cancer. The reason why this has been going on is because, like my master, as we call him, Soki, his brother died of cancer, and he thought that would be good for a cause to help him. And I won, which is called the Ichiban Karate School, which I won 1st place in night fighting. And it's where you take a blocker and you try to score points on somebody, and you go right back to your spot from where you started. So he can call like that to which side. It's like kind of like a flag position or something. And also what we did in this was that there was like eating things, like there's hot dogs, everything you can imagine. And at the end, we all do kicks. The reason why we do the kicks is because it helps fundraise the people who fight for cancer. And it helps money for the research. And I would like to show you some of the stances that I do with it. Right here, what I'm doing right now is called a spin back kick. The reason for this position is called sparring stance. You always want to put your feet together. Keep your front foot straight, but keep your back foot a little bit tilted so you can get that bladed foot. And as you turn the power into the kick, hold your knees like that. Try not to go off balance. Do a side kick, and then you come back down to this stance. And then I would like to also show you what we do in some of the sessions. This is called knife hand. It comes out of the back. Keep your palm or your thumb right here. So if you're like doing a technique, you don't break it or anything. So this is like ichi, ni, san, shi, go. And then like in a key, I goes like, ay! Like a sharp one. The reason why What I'm speaking right now is Japanese, and the reason for this is because it came from Japan. And it originally came from the influence of China, but originally Japan came out with that idea. That's why it's mixed with judo or martial arts. It's like a mix of sparring or kung fu. That's where it actually originally came from. And I would also like to show you what the difference between a side kick and a front kick is. A side kick chambers at the knee. Keep your balance on that one foot. Keep your straight balance here. You go that bladed foot, come out, and put it back. This is called a side kick. Right here what I'm doing is a round kick. You don't want to chamber right here. You want to chamber at your waist. It snaps out with the point of your toe and it comes back. And that's what I have shown you. I have reviewed the trophy and the technique and the belts. And this is what you do in karate. Is there any questions?
Are these lessons expensive? Do you know?
They can be around $90 a month.
Can they?
Oh yeah.
And how many nights do you take it, or do you take it once a week, or?
You can take it any day you want,
Okay.
but practice makes perfect. So,
Yeah.
oh, and as you get older or you do like techniques and that, and get bows or sides, they're going to be expensive. Just don't get the black gi, get the white gi. It's less expensive and it's cheap. Yes, Jacob?
Like, should I use like other weapons in the if you're in the higher classes?
Oh yeah, like they still use bow. A bow's like a one stick about your size. A size like shaped like a knife, and then it goes up like that. Normally it's used for like what we call. We do this because that it teaches us later on how to use it in real self-defense. Like the bow, we go like this. It teaches us how to strike. That's why they always tell us to keep our stance like this.
Mm-hmm.
This is like right forward stance. This is left forward stance. And there is a way to hold the bow. You have to hold the bow like this, and you have to hold your grip right here. And you chamber to your shoulder right here. Do not put it over it, but onto your shoulder. And keep the bow out. And then as you move, chamber to the waist and hit to like the head, but don't actually hit the head. So it just depends on how the experience you need. And if they tell you you're ready to learn Sai, as for me, I'll be learning Sai soon, so it shouldn't be too long before I learn that. Any more questions?
Okay. Oh my gosh, good.